Hello everybody, this is Havoc, and welcome back once again to The Deadly Path. The Deadly Path is a strategy, survival, dark fantasy card game with a whole lot of resource management, a bit of rogue light elements in it, and that you can progress into the game further and further, unlock new deities, unlock new custodians and new domains, so many things of that nature. But essentially in The Deadly Path, we are aiding as custodians the deities of dread in their quest for vengeance, and pave the way for their ascension. Now, I played this twice on the channel before, so if you haven't seen them, definitely go back and look. Sometimes I did terrible, sometimes I did not so bad. But regardless, it's a really fun game, and there's a lot to it that I absolutely love, and even more in the release version, which is what I am playing today. So huge shout out to Fireshine Games once again for sponsoring this video. You guys have been awesome. Very, very thankful for it. And we're going to take just a uber quick look at everything in the front end here that has changed, and then we'll dive into a full game where I just beat a level, so hopefully I can beat a level again and not embarrass myself. But one of the things that I've noticed is, one, we now have a trophy room, which has all sorts of different types of trophies that we can try to obtain, and doing these allows us to unlock a lot of different stuff. So you definitely want to unlock these and try and get them as much as possible. To deplete 25 tiles containing gold in a single run, we could probably do that today. Definitely feel like we could. Population of 40 in any run, I feel like that's pretty achievable. Survive 8 killing moons, I don't know about that. That's a little more intense. But regardless, we also have a codex, which kind of goes over each of the deities and a lot of the custodians. We have a charm altar, where we can use our coins, however they are, in order to make things a little bit better for us. So in this case, let's see. I actually don't like any of those, so we're not going to do that. But we still, of course, have the old building forge, but even that has been refined. And that's kind of one of the things from Next Fest into the release of the game, is so much has been refined in a great way. Like, it's just great. Like, I went in there, I was like, oh wow, that's not the same. Oh wow, we can do this and we can do that. So I'm really, really thankful for Fireshine once again to sending this out to me. We are going to go with the one who rusts. And the one who rusts, I thought I would be able to hold over it. We need to complete Rowan's first level. We begin with an additional skeleton peon, which is going to be really good for us. Exceeding the population incurs gold penalties. Now that's the kicker for us, but I think I found a strategy that works, especially with the new unlocked buildings that we have. And then Thieves' Jail packed with nefarious crooks, and a blacksmith gives us a forge of fate and a shaper of strength, which we'll find out what that means in just a little bit. Now, I did have Loam, of course, in the release build of the game. I only had this one unlocked. 10 extra cycles to the map limit grants the player an extra free failure of upkeep. We're going to go with our Arxis Whispers of Deceit. That's all we have to do. We can't go into a different domain. So we could assign charms, but I really don't know how that works. Maybe because I have to unlock it. There's that same thing there. So if I did this, oh, that's a charm. There we go. Assign charms, scavenger huts, and charnels produce 15% faster. Sweet. There we go. Let's start our run. All right, a quick overview for those who maybe haven't been here before or haven't seen the game at all. This is essentially the rundown. We have 30 cycles to complete our victory conditions. Our victory conditions usually entail needing to unlock the Dark Factory for 120 bone and 15 gold. We'll get into all of that in a minute. And then eventually getting into a final stage, which is usually unlocking the Statue of Rowan. In this case, build a Statue of Rust on a collapsed mine. I imagine one of those things. We'll get it figured out. But regardless, we have upkeep. We have bone, meat, gold, knowledge, and blood. Now, these are definitely later run elements, so we're going to be focusing on this. And you'll notice down here, our resources is our total resources, and our upkeep are, well, if we hovered over this, for instance, we would see that building upkeep is barracks and our servant upkeep is 8. So we will have bone upkeep, we'll have meat upkeep, and we'll have gold upkeep. And every 40 seconds, I believe it is, a timer runs out that takes that upkeep away from your resources. So obviously we want to have more on top than we're upkeep on the bottom. Now the kicker is every once in a while we'll hit a blood moon, or a killing moon rather. So in 10 cycles, we'll have a killing moon, in which case this exponentially increases. So we want to make sure we have a good surplus. Right now, we're in the age of darkness. We need to get to the age of industry. And of course, we have a population cap. If we go over that population cap with this particular god, then we have a gold upkeep. So we don't want that. Now we have different conditions here. We can discover or uncover 4 entrances. We'll get 2 skeletons as a result. We have simultaneously 2 blacksmiths in the dwellings. We would get a lot of blood and even some extra gold, or not this gold, but the top level gold. And if we build a statue to rust on a collapsed mine, we will unlock a thieves jail and we'll get some good bonuses there. Now, one of the things we could have 3 rock chisels on a collapsed mines. We'll get a seething ghoul, which is a specialized unit. We'll get into those in just a second. And then simultaneously 3 thieves jails. We'll get a corpse mill. I don't know what a corpse mill is. We'll figure that out. So the cycle here is we need to unlock these entombed tiles at the cost of meat, and in which case we'll see what's underneath them and go accordingly. Skeleton peons are just one of the types of peons that we can have, and in which case we'd be able to use them to man different things. So for instance, here we have a collapsed mine. Remember that one of our things is to build a statue to rust on a collapsed mine, but have 3 rock chisels on a collapsed mine. We would unlock the blacksmith. So if we go here, it's 5 bone. We assign a servant to it, which are these guys. These peons are our servants, and it will produce a small amount of gold. It'll produce 2 gold per 35-second cycle. So essentially, 2 gold per cycle-ish, like per tick of the turn. Now, its upkeep cost is 1 meat, not to mention if we put skeleton peons there. So we'll see that the upkeep goes to 12. We assign a peon. Oh, I guess it's just peons no matter whether we use them or not. All right, same thing here. On a, an ancient remains, we could put a carving spit, which means we would produce meat, 3 meat per 15 cycles, or per 15-second cycle rather, or a scavenger hut at the cost of meat for 4 bone per 15 cycle. We really want to do a carving spit because we have meat upkeep right off the bat, so we're going to do that. Now, the kicker with all of this is that we have a limited amount of resources. So this rock chisel will take 2 per 35-second cycle for 4 times because there's only 8 gold. In this case, every 15 seconds, it'll take away 3, which means, oh, good grief, what is that? 24 cycles it'll be over with. Something like that. So we really kind of have to manage it. If we want to do 1 chinks, we need to be able to do that quickly and focus on it. Now, obviously, we don't want to overextend, but if we can overextend, then we will. See, look, we already did that. Sweet. As we unlock buildings and we place buildings and we unlock new tiles, we will level up. And when we level up, we get the option of triggering one of these. This is a random card that gets drawn every time, in which case this would reduce the 35 seconds to 30 seconds for the rock chisel. We would get extra bone in the scavenger hut or extra carving spit. So we're going to do that. It's going to bring our upkeep up just a little bit, but that's fine. Now, one of the cool things is we now have a seething ghoul. And if you'll notice here, this means that it gathers more gold when placed on buildings for gold. So in this case, it will gather 2 gold rather than 1 gold. So we're going to go there, and he's going to now get 3 gold instead of 2, which is really, really good for us. All right. Now it's just a matter of rinsing, repeating, and unlocking new buildings as we go. So we're going to build an ancient remains. We're going to do that. We need more bone, so I may have screwed up already. I meant to actually do a rock chisel, or not a rock chisel, but a scavenger hut there. And now we're already going to be in a hard place. Yep. So we're going to miss that, which really, really sucks. I'm going to go ahead and pump this up just a little bit. We can double up to get extra bones. There we go. So we missed our cycle, but we get another one thanks to our Arxis Custodian perks. So that's definitely good for us, but we are going to have to really, really pay attention now. We also now have a negative or a -2 gold upkeep because we're over our population limit. So it's going to be a little bit of a difficult challenge in order to get these guys out of the way. And to be honest, my luck of the draws are absolutely terrible right now, which is going to be a huge part of this. Because, let's see, a sharpening stone earns 12 meat per 20-second cycle, but it costs 2 gold to do and 22 bones. Now, the kicker is we need those bones. Okay, sweet. We can do this. Nice. So now we don't have an upkeep because we're over or we're at our population limit. A charnel is actually really good for us. 8 bone per 25-second cycle. We're going to go ahead and unlock that because we can unlock that on tiles that are already exhausted. So that's really good for us. We need to expand a little bit, but I need to wait until we get more meat to do so. There we go. We could really use something that would give us some meat. That's not going to give us meat. We're going to exhaust that just a little bit faster. It's not what I wanted to do. Man, we are really getting bad draws here. There we go. We're going to get a carving spit. I'm going to put this guy over here on the gold because he's going to be really effective there. Are we even going to make this? Oh, good grief. Okay, we barely made it. We really got to focus. Yes, a carving spit. It'll deplete it faster, but we'll get more up front, which is what we really desperately need at the moment. And we really need something that'll give us some good... Oh, our charnels are going to be good for us in that aspect. Sweet. Okay, we are hanging on by the skin of our teeth here. And we're unlocking tons of mines, but we're not in a good place. We're not in a good place at all. Mines are great. They're awesome. I absolutely love them, but we don't need those right now. We need things that will give us more meat. Nope, there we go. So we missed our first one. All right, we can't miss it again. If we miss it again, we're bad news bears. We're in a really, really bad spot, and we'll actually lose at the game. So I am going to be forced to kind of double up on my meat production, which depletes it faster, and I really, really don't enjoy doing it. But we have to have a lot more meat than what we're producing now in order to meet our upkeep demands. All right, a few cycles later, and we are in our killing moon phase. So as you can see, we now have to cough up 4 gold, which isn't a big deal. Bone isn't a big deal. It's these boyos. So we really are in a tight spot to try and get that done. Now we have to have it done or else we lose. Like we lose the whole run and we'd have to start over. Which isn't the end of the world. I mean, we can literally just hop into another game, but I'd rather try and make it as far as we can. There we go. Sweet. We made it through the killing moon and we'll go down a lot better, just a couple of seconds. Okay. Not so bad. We can handle that. We're going to bump up our hovels. And then what I think I'm going to have to do, I think I can go and build the Dark Factory. Triggers the killing moon on the next cycle. We're not ready for that. So we're going to go ahead and build a couple of hovels so we can reduce that upkeep, which is what we always need to do. I need a blacksmith, which requires 2 knowledge. I can't get that. Very cool. What is this? A sharpening stone earns 12 meat per 20-second cycle. I kind of think we have to do that in order to make things work. Let's go ahead and get a defiled barrow. We can't get the prosperity altar anyways. 25 meat per 20-second cycle on the overseer's perch is what's going to be working for us. And we're finally a little bit ahead of schedule. Just a smidge. Just barely. But what we can do is we can start taking these guys now and we can start putting them in there. There we go. That's much better. And I really need an overseer's perch, but I don't have that building unlocked either because the overseer's perch would actually allow us to, we could get that large amount of meat, but we could also unlock another building that spawns a specific type of unit, which is really, really useful. All right, cool. This is the blacksmith. Now we need knowledge in order to do it, but it earns 20 gold per 100-second cycle, which I think is great. But what we're actually going to do is we're going to do an excavator. We can't do it yet, but it'll be very, very useful for us in the future. Sweet. All right, we're going to start unlocking a lot here, and that's going to be a bit to handle, but I think we can manage it. Because yeah, we're definitely in a much better spot overall, and I kind of want to stockpile a little bit. Let's go ahead and go with the carving spit there. And what do we want to do here? Hold on, hold the phone. A dungeons gives us, it's built on an empty path available in the Age of Industry. Oh, this is actually a really good one over here. 4 gold per 20-second cycle in the smelter or a hollow. We did the hollow. Okay, the hollow is actually a really good one because we can go here, and instead of getting gold, we could get 95 bones in 5 seconds. Now that depletes it and turns it into a hellmouth, which we can then use an excavator to unlock, but we're not going to do that just yet. Floodgates uncover 4 entrances, 2 blacksmiths, and a partridge in a pear tree. I mean, a statue to rust on a collapsed mine. And then have simultaneously 3 thieves' jails. I'm trying to remember where the thieves' jails were even built on. It's not going to tell me, which is a little bit rude, but I get it. All right, cool. Killing Moon. We're actually in a really good spot. I'm not worried about this because we can actually do this. Let's go with man, this is a lot to handle. Let's go with a Prospector's Gamble, Festering Chasm, Decrepit Tomb, Smoldering Depths. Spawns a skeletal peon every cycle. That's really helpful, but you'd really, really have to manage that well. Let's go there, and let's go there. We're doing really, really good. We just got to kind of keep on things even more than before. And we can unlock a Dark Factory. Yes. Okay. So we just unlocked the Age of Industry. Now, that may not mean a lot to you guys, but hopefully by now you understand that's really important. We're going to unlock the Charnel Plus or the Excavator Plus. We're going to upgrade the Excavator Plus. So that way I can go here. Sweet. And then we can get that dungeons thing. The upkeep cost is 3 gold, and I don't know that we have that. But a starting defense level of 3, we need that, and I don't remember why, but I just know that we do. So hopefully we can get that figured out. I don't want to excavate that. We can do an Overseer's Perch here. I think that would be useful. Let's go with that rock chisel there too. All right, we have the Killing Moon, which again, we're good, thankfully. But we still need to be just a little bit cautious. The Experimentorium is what we need, absolutely. We need to be able to gain knowledge, and we can do that through graveyard pieces. There's the gold vein we need. 3 gold per 20-second cycle, hands down, yes. Oh no, I overcommitted. I got way too excited. That's okay, we're going to restart. All right, in this one, we're going to skip a little bit ahead. I'm going to do some main big things like hitting the killing floor and things like that, or the Killing Moon, things of that nature, because I'm not going to make you go through all this again. But I just want to let you know, I'm going to try to do my best to pay a little better attention here. But let's see what we can't get started just to get things rolling for you guys and seeing what another run looks like. Let's go here and there. We're going to be a little more conservative and not almost screw ourselves over from the beginning. And we're going to be right as rain. Sweet. That's going to strong start overall. I'll see you guys in just a little bit. All right, everybody, welcome back. We are a handful of cycles in. Man alive, it's getting a little bit intense here, and it's only getting intense because I actually have a massive gold upkeep. Now, that's pretty easy to counteract. We can simply just build some mines, but it's not an effective solution. Our effective solution is to be able to get some pathways, but we can't get our pathways for 2 reasons. One, I don't think I could handle the Killing Moon, because what we could do is we could just build our Dark Factory, but I also don't think I have the gold upkeep to allow that to happen either. So I'm kind of in a little bit of a pickle, searching desperately, trying to find, all I had to do was start recording again, and I knew it would happen. So that's going to help us a good bit, but that doesn't help us in totality. We need 1 more at least to be able to make this work. There we go. Sweet. Okay, that saves us a lot. So we're still at a -2 upkeep, but that gives me several more turns to be able to figure stuff out rather than the other way around. And I've kind of got a system going here. So essentially, I front load all of the ancient remains with our carving spits, which helps us build up our meat production. Now, the counteract to that is that then it turns into rubble, which I can turn into a charnel or a charnel, however you want to say it. And that charnel then starts making bones. So our kind of goal here is to be able to, oh, this is also new. You're able to see all the buildings producing that resource. That's really stinking handy. I love it. Okay, we do need a scrapper's nest, but the rock chisel would help us be able to produce more gold a lot quicker. So we're definitely going to roll with that. We got our seething ghoul, which we're going to go over here. That's going to help us a ton as well. We're going to get our sharpening stone to be able to produce a large quantity of meat. There we go. Sweet. Empty path has opened up. I think we have to get our charnels completely depleted before it opens that up. So now we have no gold upkeep, which is exactly where we want to be. Now the next step is to get a large quantity of bones to then be able to do our statue and to be able to advance into the next age. Now we can do that through, again, doing a bunch of charnels. And I think that may be what we have to do now until we find something else, a thieves' jail. Oh, snap, the killing moon's here. Okay, that's not fun. We're going to go with an experimentorium plus. We are going to pump into our boyos here to get that extra boost. And then we only have 11 cycles to be able to get our Age of Industry up and running. So we got to do it really, really fast. And I honestly don't know if we're going to be able to pull it off. We need a ton more bone than what I can offer at the moment. Vacay House, that would be really helpful for us too. Let's see if we can't get it done. We do only have 10 cycles left. And I need 120 bone. Let's get to it. Okay, cool. Dark Factory is unlocked. We have a killing moon. Again, we may not make the killing moon at all. But it'd be great to see us be able to do it. 20 meat per 30-second cycle. Let's get that sharpening stone. I think all of it overall is not something that we're going to be able to do. And then what do I need? I need to do something here. It's not a hovel. 3 thieves' jails at 1. Statue to rust on a collapsed mine. Now that we are in the Age of Industry. Oh, okay. No, we can't do that. That's 100 bone and 450 blood. We're not getting that, but that's fine. It's a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. We're going to be able to get our stone, or our bones, rather. But we're definitely not going to be able to get our meat supply. Like, our meat supply is not happening. Now, that's not the end of the world. We do... Oh, our upkeep just got increased again. What is this madness? We don't have 8 blood. We don't have anything making blood right now, so that's not useful for us. Let's go ahead. Oh, we needed the slaughterhouse there. That would have been a lot better for us. That's okay, though. Let's get that slaughterhouse over there. Get everyone in that front. What does it cost? Upkeep cost is 3 gold. I don't need that right now in my life. What do I want here? A charnel? I don't know that charnel's what we need. I can't do anything on that front. The Dark Factory doesn't do anything for us. Let's go ahead and get a Thieves' Jail +1. Can we eke by? Oh, snap. We eked by for sure. Sweet. Okay. Raid power increased. Oh, the raid power has something to do with... Okay, I know what we're doing here, at least to an extent. I don't think we're going to be able to get through this, but that's okay. I really enjoy what we're doing here. Let's get that thieves dude in to go to there. We're good on upkeep. These cost only 1 meat per, which is nice. We get a sparring grounds. At this point, it doesn't matter. because I just don't think we're going to be able to get through it all, which is fine. I don't have an issue with that. It is what it be, and there's nothing that I can do. So, what do we need here? We need 85 bones. I can do that. There we go. Let's get those dungeons up. The upkeep has gone up a little bit, but that's okay. We do have a seething ghoul here, which can go into there. But you know what? At least we got a decent ways into this. And I'm just enjoying the holy heck out of it for sure. The last killing moon isn't going to do anything positive for us. It just isn't. Yeah, there's no way we get through that. There is no way. But that's okay. I'm not complaining about it whatsoever. A scavenger hut? No, we want an experimentorium. Again, doesn't really do much for us right now. Yeah, and I want to say that there is a level that our dungeons kind of counteract oh, not that. Our dungeons do have an effect somehow, and I'm just not sure how, to be completely honest with you. Sharpening stone, it's not going to matter. Yep, we missed our upkeep. That's okay. Nothing to be done. We're going to be able to get the bone and the meat, but we're not going to be able to get the gold. Unless a miracle happens, basically. That's going to cost 8 gold. That's going to put me at 6. Upkeep cost is 3 gold. Yeah, we're not going to worry about it. I need to be able to unveil more places to corpse mill. Nope, we can't do that, remember? Go with a rock chisel. I need seeded streets is exactly what I needed. To be able to get that last little oomph of gold to be able to go into here. What do we got here? Scrapper's Nest. Train Noxious Rat Spawn. Noxious Rat Spawn, this is what I was talking about earlier. This is actually one of the best ones that we can get because it actually helps us produce Noxious Rat Spawn, which are great for harvesting bones. So that was a really good one to be able to get. Again, I don't really think it matters at this point, but still, it's nice to have it just in case. And you can see, man alive, we've got a lot of stuff here. We got tons and tons of meat now, of course, so that's not an issue. And we can just start throwing things into there. The bones, actually, it would be so funny if I screwed that up, just overextending myself. There we go. All right, what can we do here? We're going to go with an experimentorium because, again, we need that knowledge. And I'm overextending myself hardcore. I need to chill the holy heck out before I mess up Aaron. Sweet. Okay, Overseer's Perch. 2 meat per 20-second cycle. We're not going to worry about that at all. But here is our Noxious Rat Spawn, which is going to help us get a lot more boon. There we go. We're going to wait until we get, there we go, get our 40. There we go. And we're good to go there. But yeah, outside of that, we're just not going to be able to get everything that we need done. And that's okay. What does a gold vein do? Oh, that's our smelter. I need to be able to get more there, but I can't. Not until I get 80 something. There we go. And we get a seething ghoul at the same time. Heck yes, that's 8 gold there. All right, can we make this is the big question. I think we can make the gold or the food. I don't know that we can make the bones, and I think we will just make the gold. We'll make the gold. Come on, bones. Come on, bones. Sweet. We did it. Although it doesn't really mean anything at all. Killing Moon ends. We have 1 more cycle left. Nothing else that can be done. It is what it is. But again, man alive, I wish I was really, really, really good at this game because I see how much fun it is. And it just does everything that I want it to do. So much. 20 gold per 150-second cycle. Hot dang, that's a lot. Doesn't really matter for us at this point because we don't have everything we need. We needed another one of these. Let's get this real quick. We get that Smuggle Company. There we go. Very cool. We got to level 21, which isn't bad, or level 22, I think. And there we go. Yep, nothing else we could do. That's fine. We still got a lot there. We're going to go and go to the main menu for sure. And as you could see, we got a lot of coins, in which case we could assign, or we could actually buy some charms. We could do stuff like entrance spawns raiders 15% faster, increase the knowledge available, increase bone available from newly discovered graveyards. That's actually a really good one. That's actually a really good one. I'm going to go ahead and buy that charm. And I'll definitely play this more off stream, but it is what it is. We didn't get it, but that's okay. I still had a blast being able to play this. So thank you once again for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Fireshine, for sponsoring this last video on the Deadly Path. Ladies and gentlemen, the Deadly Path is going to be released today, or is released today, and you can totally use my call to action down in the comment section down below to purchase, and there will be a launch day discount for you that I highly recommend that you take advantage of. Now, if you want to, you can totally try the demo out, which is still available. It doesn't have everything that you see in the release version, obviously, but if you want to give it a go, definitely recommend that you give it a go because it's very well worth your time. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a price at the time of this video, but you can totally click on that call to action, which is in the description and the pinned comment section, and you'll be able to get that pretty darn easily from there. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give the video a like by subbing to the channel as well and leaving your comments in the comment section down below. This is Havoc with the Deadly Path releasing today. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm out of here.